Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, today we've got a creator who's appeared on this show more than virtually any other, and by that I mean at the end in the closing credits. That's right, they're a BonBonBuddy. Now it's a BonBonBuddy with their very own YouTube channel, a Let's Play channel, and one of the better ones at that, well worth subscribing to. I'll include a link in the description. Now, this particular map has been made very much for their next Let's Play, therefore it's very much focused for that and not for general play. However, as always, I review these maps with as much a view to general play as anything else. Now, they have appeared 6 times in terms of map reviews on the show before, ranging between like 10s to 13s, once a 13, a couple of times a 12, so a pretty good standard throughout. This particular map is packed with detail. You want a high performance PC for this, and we've got a high definition image here provided by the creator as well, so check that one out. So if you think your computer can handle this, well, maybe you should be striking the like button about now. That's right, loving great art is a really good way of supporting the channel, getting me seen by more people, and help me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you very much for your support. Today's map is Tangaroa by Czardus. Yes, Czardus, not just about the maps, of course. Very famously, we have those lovely water-friendly rocks as well that they've created. There's your start square, and yes, that's got a splash of water and what looks like flat land. We won't know till we get down there. There's your terrain heights. It's not super hilly, it's just undulating. And then resources, lots of forestry, a bit of oil and ore to play with as well. Okay, if you've got Sunset Harbour and you want to do some fishing, that is striking. And a little bit of everything as well, including tuna. Off to the workshop, or what do we need? Well, no DLC required today, or is there? No, there really isn't, don't worry. Good description to read through as well, including notes about using the Move It mod on props before you get started. I haven't done that. Because I want to show you what we're talking about here, but I'm not going to be marking the map down for the floating props. Here's your list of things for it. Like I say, it's a highly packed, densely packed, highly detailed map, so it's going to be quite intensive. We'll be using the Waiheke theme, which is an underused theme, a really good tropical island theme, and with nothing recommended, the realistic 1.2 LUT as well. Okay, I think we can just head on into the map. So that's what the map looks like from over here. It's all shipping and stuff, but we do have an outside road connection. So if you actually want to have some running traffic through your city, you don't have to completely rely on shipping and air routes. So there is that. It adds to gameplay. And here's proof of said outside connection. See, we've got traffic flowing in as well. So it just goes to show we do have traffic flow running through the island, which means there must be an outlet route on the other side of the island somewhere, which we will find in time. So anyway, we'll follow the tunnel in and see where it leads us to. Now, this actually is on, you could say, the far side of the island, because the tunnel, it's supposed to be a hidden thing. Don't worry about realism on this one. If you don't want this, you can just delete the tunnel and just run completely with shipping and air routes. Got the underground roundabout there as well, and then you've got a couple of outlets onto what is basically an island ring road, which we will check out as we fly around the island at lowish level. So, yes, this is a creator. 6 times we've done them. Let me tell you the shows they've appeared on, in case you want to go back and check out any of the previous ones. Episode 96, and then 100 shows as early as episode 96. It's going back a while. Then it was 100 shows later to 196, then 273, 435, 497, and most recently working in tandem with the legend that is Mr. Miyagi, and that was episode 608, and that was the one where they got their 13 stars. Their first 2 were the 12-star maps as well, so if you want to check out what the higher rated ones, they are 96, 196 and 608. That said, the other 3 maps all got more than the... Oh, let me show you this little bit of water runoff area here. That's just nice little bits of detailing like that can make a difference to a map. But yes, even the lowest rated map, which I've got as episode 435, got 9 stars, which is the pass mark. And they may have been high. I haven't checked. They might have been high rated 3s. So honestly, it might have been a really good map. And of course, playability is all in the eye of the beholder. Right, so let's have a look at the foliage that's going on this map. It's dense, and it brings a whole batch of colours, and also we've got a little variation as well. We've got a little deserty, just like sheltered area from the wet winds. But that said, we have got a little bit of encroaching foliage right there. Now that is the worst of the encroaching foliage that I've seen. There is more, which we sort of like mention as we're flying by. But that's the worst one. Is it a big problem? It probably isn't a big problem. Is it floating? Nope, it's not floating. That's good news. But yes, there's mention in the description. There's a bit more encroaching here. There you go. I won't talk about it anymore. You can spot them as we go. Yes, in the description, there's talk of floating props. I don't actually see that much of it, and I've probably seen more maps than most. Oh, this is my favourite water outlet in terms of a little river delta going out into the sea. I'm going to show you this one because this one stands out as being just a little bit more special than the others. The others are fine, but that one's a standout one, so credit for that one. Yeah, so what was I talking about? Oh yes, floating props. I don't actually see encroaching foliage. I don't actually see that much in the way of floating props, but the solution is quite simple. If you have got floating props on a map, then move it, get your marquee tool, grab the whole lot, and then there is a line to terrain button built within Move It Now, and all that'll do is that'll grab all of your floating props and it will dump them down at ground level. If it's non-conforming in terms of terrain, let's say you've got a big slab of grass and you're on a cliff edge, it will still be sticking out into the air. It won't actually curve the prop to match the terrain, but what it will do is it'll bring anything that's like floating a few inches above the ground, it'll bring that back down to ground. I don't know. It's not something I've actually encountered myself while making a map, so I don't actually know what the cause is. And on the odd occasion that we'll see it on today's map, and one specific occasion I'm going to point out, I can't really blame Czardus because they're pointing out that it's happened and there is a solution. So there is a solution there. Oh, by the way, we're in the start square area here, which means there's an asset of the day. But is that it? Is that little truck down there it? Well, it actually is. This is the Mitsubishi Kantor by Ironic69. This is a prop version using the the tree and vehicle props mod. So I could convert this so it wasn't driving around. But yes, it's a lovely little thing. Ironic69, one of the top, if not the top, asset creator out there. Factoids, because factoids. King Camp Gillette, the man who invented the first disposable safety razor, died on this day, the 9th of July in 1932. 2 years after he first patented his invention, he had only sold 168 blades. I'd give up. Quit while you're behind, mate. Oh, hang on. But the following year, sales rose to an incredible 12.4 million. From 168 in 2 years to 12.4 in 1 year. That's incredible when you consider that was a long time ago. Distribution, I guess wood takes a while to get around, doesn't it? Especially with the lack of social media. Anyway, Mitsubishi Kantor by Ronix69. Just look at the quality of that. That is freaking amazing, Ronix. And back down to this ring road. This is a ring road that goes all the way around the island, so you can get traffic around the or to the buildable coastable areas. Hang on a second. Is that some? I can see something. Can you see it? Oh, it's gone. It's gone. Oh, okay. It's everybody's favourite factory. Clearly Czardus loves my singing. That's why that's there. No other reason. So anyway, that's your start square area. Buildable space going on there. It's fine. Now there's a couple of roads and there's plenty of tracks running across the island. So like we've got this one here. This one cuts across the island, and you can see that one just goes off and into the distance. Do you know what? I'm just going to carry on because we need to find the tunnel that will take us off to the edge of the map. We need to do that because that will not be a complete circuit. We've got to do a complete. We've come this far. You and I, we have come so far together. 900 and something shows in. 980 something shows in. So close to the 1000th. Yeah, for those of you that don't know what's coming up with the 1000th, I'm going to be taking a What's Map mini break. That's not actually going to be a break. I'm not actually giving up the YouTubing, and I'm still going to be making videos on a daily basis, but just other stuff. They won't be going up daily, but I just want to focus on a few other things, and also just take a break from the daily. I'm going to call it a daily grind. If you imagine every single day loading a map and doing a review and like spending 2 to 3 hours of your life every day looking at a map, it gets you down eventually, gets you down. But then you get the excitement of a new map every day, which brings you back up. It's one of those, it's life. It's life. It's my life. But what I'm going to do is get to the 1000th show is I'm going to take a break off the daily What's Map show for 3 weeks. There are other things lined up for you, don't worry, including some What Map specials. I'm going to take a look at all the DLCs. I mean, meaning to do the other DLCs for a long time now. So we're going to get all those done. I've got a couple of other things being lined up for you as well. So hang on in there. There's another one. Oh, that's the that's where that other road comes out. Remember saying the other one goes across the island. Yeah, that's where it comes out over there. And then we've got a little break off here. This is what's going to take us into the tunnel, which is going to take us out under the ocean to the other highway entrance. This is where the traffic is flowing through. I'm not going to go into underground view now. No point. We'll come back and we'll do a lot more. There's plenty more to see, especially what is on the horizon. We'll be checking that out after these short messages. Messages! Hurry up.
Are you fed up with random vanilla buildings spawning in random locations? Do you want a specific type of building in a particular zone? Then you need the beginner's guide to theme management. Click the information button below.
And so back to Tangaroa by Czardus and the shipping routes. Now shipping routes are fine. They don't go absolutely everywhere, but we do have this one here that does an inner route around the outer islands. And there's one that goes around the outer route around the outer islands as well. And all the curves are good. We've even got one that goes into the little harbour area over there and the start square, or the supposed start square. Of course, if you're playing this as a modder and you're unlocking everything, or you're being Czardus, then it won't necessarily have to be the start square, but it's technically the start square. We've got a little crisscross there. That's fine. That's fine. Ships are going to be going through that. Lovely. You might get some crossing through each other, but it's deep in fog. Water flow. Now, if you need water flow in your start square, because that's how you play the game, there isn't really any. But again, this has been built very much for a modded Let's Play. That'll be why that really isn't a concern for Czardus. But I need to let you know, that's my job. Okay, let's have a quick fly through and look at some other things, like these islands. This is definitely a touristy zone. You can see some interesting detailing. Can't wait to see what Czardus does around here, actually. We have some reefs because we had to subscribe to reefs, and we've got some very nice reefs going on here as well. Now, speaking of reefs and floating props, here's a couple of those floating props there. Yeah, I'm just going to point these out. Of course, these will be actually down at ground level had I followed the instructions in the description, which I haven't, to show you that. So I'm not marking the map down for that, but I am pointing it out that it is a thing. The essential lighthouse, the essential lighthouse, with a little bit of erosion on the sand there where the water's flowing over it. I believe that. I can believe in that. Poor old ship there, the essential wreck. Always an essential wreck. And then you got the whole island. Now, remember I said shipping or air routes? Well, we've also got that land route, and that connects out over here. Now, we do have a little bit of a problem here. Just a little one. You may have noticed that we've got... no, on the wrong side of the island. Over here, we've got a little bit of a problem. Okay, bear with me, guys. Over here, we've got a little bit of a problem. You may have noticed that there was traffic coming in but not going out on the other side. And this is why we have a little bit of flooding. That is perma-flooding, that is slightly below sea level. It is easily fixed. Select the node, raise it up 2 or 3 nodes and notches, and that will sort itself out. But I have to report as seen, and that is as seen. And no end of aligning to terrain will fix that one. Okay, let's have a look over the main island. We won't be able to check out everything because obviously it's actually a big island. Plenty of build space, so you can't really too much grumble about that. And we've got some very interesting terrain features. I like the erosion going on here and the huge 7 trillion trees and grasses that have been used to detail it. It's a lot. A lot of... Mind you, I'm quite impressed with my computer. It's not really lagging. I haven't got too much frame rate drop at all, which I'm quite pleased with. Mind you, like I say, got quite a beefy PC now. Over here, it's a good detail work as well on the slightly drier area here. Liking the little mountain streams going on here as well. Not too much to say there, apart from they're fine. Nice blue colours from the Waiheke theme. And we've got the Shark's Fin landmark, that one. Now, it's because it's sticking up, it's a little bit pointy. As you pull back, the LOD on it will reduce and we'll get a little bit of a pop of it. There you go, pop there. And pull back a bit more, it might pop again. Might pop again. Mind you, how far away you're going to be viewing it from. I was looking at it earlier, it completely disappeared from a different angle, but never mind. Well, let's just say it doesn't, because I couldn't prove it. Anyway, what do you think of this map overall? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Hit the I button now in the top right hand corner and you can vote by signing in with your YouTube, which is technically your Gmail, which is all the same thing anyway. Okay, aesthetically, it's very busy. There is a lot to like. The only thing that I think could make it a little bit more interesting would be variations in the forests, blending from one type of forest to another, while what we're seeing is fairly standard tree brushing across the map. It's not completely standard, but I just like to see a little bit more variety from area to area. So 4 stars because it's still superb. Detailing. Very, very busy, lots of good stuff going on, little bit of encroaching foliage on the road, and still 4 stars. It's good. Gameplay potential. Here's the thing, of course it's built for the Let's Play. From my point of view, I think it's a high 3. If I was playing this, I'd probably have 1 play with it. I think it doesn't lead itself to my imagination, but it probably works for you. Tangaroa by Czardus. It's a very busy, really good sized tropical island map that will attract anybody who's got a decent powerful PC and wants to go down that path. Doesn't tickle my fancy, but that's me. My fancy requires tickling in other ways. Good work, Czardus. Anyway, if you're still watching and you're here and you're still here, you're in the 20 and out elite. You, for 100 population points, which you track yourself, use the word of the day in today's comments and check out anybody else. Have they used the word of the day? There aren't that many, you know.